Hi friends, this is Stacy Hawkins Adams, author, speaker, writer, coach, coming to you live this Sunday evening. Hope you are doing well. Hope you've had a great day. I'm signing on just for a few minutes to continue another installment or to provide another installment in my Life Untapped Storytelling Series. And tonight I wanted to talk with you a little bit about journaling and the power of journaling. So if you're there, say hello. I'd love to see you out there tonight. Hey there, I see you signing in. All you folks signing on. Hey there, Natalie. Thanks for signing in. Hey there, Adrienne, how are you? Good to see you. So I'm signing in for a few minutes tonight just to talk with you about the power of journaling. This is another installment in my Life Untapped Storytelling Series, and just briefly wanted to talk with you about the themes that I'm actually going to discuss in a writing workshop that I'll be leading this Saturday at Lewis Ginter Botanical Gardens. I'm teaching a session on Saturday, July 21st from 9:30 a.m. to noon called the Journaling Your Way to Joy. Again, it's called Journaling Your Way to Joy. And one of the reasons I wanted to do this session is because when we think of journaling, a lot of times we think about journal keeping as diary keeping. That's something that I did when I was a young girl. I kept a diary, and my diary would read like many of yours. Dear diary, today here's what my best friend Sherry and I did. Or dear diary, here's the person I'm mad at. And dear diary, that friend and I made up. Or dear diary, here's what I had for dinner. So journaling is very different from that. And I've talked about journaling before as a part of this series, but I wanted to just delve a little bit deeper and let you get a sense of what it means to journal your way to joy. That basically, in my understanding, means it's an opportunity to use the power of journaling to, number one, know yourself better, because when you sit down with pen and paper, or you sit down with one of your favorite notebooks, or you buy a pretty journal, and you're just there with your thoughts, you can use that journal in any way that would empower you. You can use that journal to just ask yourself, what's on my mind? What am I afraid about? What am I fearful of? What am I happy about? What am I wanting to accomplish in my life? What's frustrating me? And when you have that journal and you just sit there with your thoughts and you let those thoughts flow, things come out that may surprise you, memories may come to you, things that you've forgotten about, or even your creativity can flow. So I wanted to just share with you the idea of journaling. I brought a couple of my journals with me tonight just to give you a sense of what I mean. This is a journal. I've shared this one before on my live videos. This is the journal that I use. This is my vision journal. Instead of a vision board, I have a vision journal. So I've got photos and everything and things of that nature in here. And I have a wish list of things that I want to accomplish. And the beauty of this journal is that when I do accomplish those things, even if it's years after I've written it in the journal, I'll put the date down for when I'm, making the request. And then I'll go back once I've achieved that goal. I will go and put that date on there. So even, there are things that I've put on in my journal where it's taken 6 months to accomplish and sometimes 6 years, and I'll go back and I'll look and I'm like, wow, that took a while, but I actually achieved that goal. So it's great for a couple of reasons, because you're writing your vision, it's your roadmap for where you want to go, but then also you're using this journal as a reminder of things you have achieved. And like if you're in a moment where you're like, I don't know if I can go to that next step, I don't know if I can stretch myself, you can go back to see what you did accomplish in this particular journal. This is a journal where I started this journal back in 2003, and this was right before my very first novel was about to come out, and I was very excited. I was working with my agent and my publishing house and getting a website designed for the first time and all that back in 2003. So it's very, heartwarming and meaningful for me to look back and read this journal of where I was in 2003, right before my very first novel came out, and what my hopes and dreams were for how I wanted to touch readers with my writing and what my mission was as a writer. And it's great to go back and revisit that as a writer, because if I had a mission then, am I living up to that mission? Has it changed? Has it morphed? How can I use the guidance found in this journal to inform the messages that I'm sharing through my writing and my speaking and my writer mentoring today? This is my prayer journal. And again, this is a journal that I've kept for many, many years. One of my most favorite memories in this journal is from 2004, because I journal about the day that I took my son back to his cardiologist when he was 3 years old. And we found out that the tumor that was on his heart when he was born was no longer there. It had dissolved. And so the disease that they thought he didn't have. This tumor had dissolved. And so here was this miracle that I wanted to document. And I documented it in this journal. It's just a beautiful reminder of how I felt that day as a young mother, and it's something that I can show him about the miracle that occurred in his life. And then this is a journal that one of my dear friends, Teresa, gave me for my 40th birthday, which was not that long ago, but it's past. It's a beautiful journal that she actually designed for me. And the quote on it says, "Life is a beautiful and astonishing journey." And so I love that. And so I started out, with a couple of reflections in here, just writing some reflections. But because it's such a beautiful journal and she's an artist and it was creatively inspired, I decided to make this my creativity journal. And so what I've done in this journal is write down notes and ideas about characters that I'm creating. If I'm fleshing out a character's personality, I can write about that particular character in this journal. If I'm trying to focus on a plot and I want to just spend some time with my what-if scenarios, I'll do that in this journal. I've also used this journal for some nonfiction writing. So if there's a piece that I'm working on, I'm actually working on a nonfiction piece now that's pretty personal to me, and I'm like, I don't know how I want to say it. I don't know exactly what parts to share, what parts will be meaningful to my readership, so I have to work through that, and I can do that in this journal versus just, on my computer and free writing. This is my nonfiction book. I've written 9 novels and 1 nonfiction book, and this nonfiction book is more of like a spiritual devotional book, and in many ways it's almost a journaling exercise, because what I was doing was really reflecting on my journey of faith, and I had to journal that out and write about it before it became book form, before I could turn it into something that I wanted to share with the world. So those are just examples of different ways you can use journals. There are different types of journals. As you see, I'm clearly addicted to them. I have all kinds. I still buy them. When my kids go to the store with me, they see me in the stationery section and they try to pull me away, so I won't buy any more. But I really love journals, and I think it's about the power of documenting your own life. Whether you want to be a published writer, you want to blog, or you simply want to just record your legacy for your family, journaling is a powerful, powerful way to do that, but it's also a powerful way to get to know yourself better, to see your own growth, and to see how you are stretching as a person, becoming the full you that you want to be. So I invite you to pick up a few journals of your own. If you're not in the Richmond area, if you can't join me in my class on Saturday, just pick up some journals or even a pretty notebook. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, and just kind of start recording what you want to accomplish in life, or what your hopes and dreams are, or what your fears are. What are the things that are challenging you, so you can look back over time and track the trajectory to your growth. Or maybe you even set out a vision and goals journal and you write down, here's what I want to accomplish and here are the steps to get there, and you begin to document that. And if you are in Richmond, I really do hope you will consider joining me on Saturday at Lewis Ginter Botanical Garden. If you're interested in that particular workshop that I'm teaching, you can go to authorinyou.com/RVA writing. And again, it's lower on my Facebook page. If you happen to be on my Facebook page, Instagram, LinkedIn, it's on all of those pages. But it's authorinyou.com/RVA writing. And the first workshop is focused on journaling. The second one that I'll be teaching in the series is on August 4th. And that one is one I taught before, Unleash Your Writer Within. So that's for anybody who's trying to figure out what type of writer they are, how to refine their stories, those types of things. And the third one in September will be a workshop for anyone who's in the middle of that writing process. Maybe you're stuck, or you've kind of taken the baby steps there and you need to know, how do I dig deeper? How do I make this story have more substance? That one will be for you. So please check out those workshops. And also check out my lifeuntapped.com blog. There you will find stories by powerful women from around the nation, as well as some musings of my own that really help you on your journey to being your best self. And again, consider picking up some journals, any kind that interests you. I just realized I have a color palette thing going on here too. This is clearly one of my favorite colors, and this is a favorite color of mine as well. But pick up some favorite journals, find some journals, make them your favorites, and share your story in writing. And thank you all for watching. I see you out there, Danica, and some other folks. So thanks again for tuning in. As I said, this one will be short and sweet, but you can go to my YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/Stacy Inspires, and you'll find my other videos in the Life Untapped series there. Have a great evening. And if you're watching this after the fact, chime in and let me know what you think. Take care. Bye-bye.